Hey guys. Okay, so I just had a long conversation with my friend, and I just kind of wanted to ask the guides a question about, um, like, so there's so many people that are so angry at the church because of their upbringing that they have lost the importance or the of community, of being a part of something, of being a part of a group, of being a part of something that it's almost like this society is creating angry groups of people to come together because it's hard to explain. So, like the Me Too movement, wonderful, great, but what we think of is where we are. The Me Too movement has its own like snow globe. It has its own morphic field, if you will, and it's literally like people that are like, yeah, me too. It's like we begin to throw everything else out about us, and that begins to be us. That's who we are. We were molested or we were whatever, and that's it. And energetically, that's not healthy. And that's good that they're releasing it, but are people really releasing it? Or are they just, Parker, are they releasing it or are they just talking about it finally and then getting angry about it? And that's kind of like what I feel about religion too. Um, I feel like people who are angry at religion are like, yeah, me too. But our kids are suffering, I feel like. I feel like this next generation of um, children are suffering in the sense that it's like you can be whatever gender you want, you can be whatever sexuality you want, you can be whatever you want, you can be whatever you want. They're so freaking confused. And I think that the teachers and society and everybody I'm hearing, about teachers that are just putting so much pressure on these kids, like, are you gay or are you straight? Or are you a boy or are you a girl? We don't care either way because we're not judging you. It's like the exact opposite of what a lot of people experienced. Whereas I feel like what everyone needs to start focusing on more is our emotional feeling of what we feel when we think about who we are, not what we are. And I feel like what we feel, if we can tune into the feeling of our spirit and a God that is compassionate, whether it be a man or a woman or a god or a goddess or something in the sky or not, or a frequency or whatever, I think that if we can bring our conscious awareness in alignment with compassion, then those people who are trying to force our children to choose whether they're gay or straight, if they felt compassion for themselves and for anyone who caused them to be judged when they were younger and felt compassion rather than I'm going to right this wrong, then I think the world would be a lot different place. And that's just my opinion. But I mean, there are so many kids and somebody very near and dear to me, her son dealing with this. First, he thought he was transgender. Now he thinks he's gay. I mean, he's 10 freaking years old. I mean, you're not supposed to have to think about that stuff when you're that age. And you're not supposed to have to define who you are at that age either. You're not even in the right energy center to be even an individual yet. You're still your family. So I guess I just needed to ask the guides, like, how the heck we're supposed to deal with all this. And the guides are basically saying to teach people to get into alignment with their spirit, which is the compassionate witness inside all of us. It's the GoPro video camera. And what we think about a lot is what we become. And they're telling me a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, fine. All right, I'm going to write it all down. Okay, I'll write it and then I'll read it. Because this world is totally like going to crap with all like it's like, yes, that's great, everyone's coming together. I was bullied, I'm going to come together. We're now a group of bullied people. Or I was molested, now we're a group of molested people. Or I was a cancer survivor, we're a group of cancer survivors. I'm an addict, now we're a group of addicts. It's like it's I can't describe it, but I can see it because I'm clairvoyant. I can see how much it hurts people to become a group over something bad, not bad, but to think about something over and over and over and over and over and over. Whereas, like, you go to anger management, they make you breathe, they make you think happy thoughts. It's like happy thoughts to someone who is abused is like getting back at the person who abused you, rather than learning to feel compassion for yourself. And even them, they abused you because they were abused. And forgiving yourself. And I don't know, I can't describe it. I have to write it. I'm going to write it and then I'll read it.